Monopoly Factory story, where we start with our humble beginnings in the outskirts of Tokyo in 1986. Welcome to Matsuzawa. Interesting fact before I go into the game. So there was actually I saw a post on Blue Sky about a member of the internationalization team for this company, or at least a company that worked with them. And it turns out that for Japanese translation of this game, or maybe for the Japanese used in general, they made sure that it was era appropriate. So I don't know how much Japanese has changed since the 80s to now, but it is, I think it's a very cool touch that they made sure that it was correct for the era. Anyway, let's go. Oh boy. It's Truck-kun. Alright then. I'm guessing this is us. We will, from now on, impersonate. It's the sound of progress. It's more the sound of Tokyo suburbs. Alright. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like this game has much music outside of these little jingles. It's mostly ambient sound. So we're gonna have to deal with that. So you'll mostly be listening to me. I hope that's okay. And if not, then I don't really know why you're watching me to begin with. If my voice is not to your liking. But anyway, we're going to be David. And David says, I'll never forget the moment I stepped out of the taxi and stood in front of that old factory. I'd also like to note that David does not sound like a very Japanese name to me. So, we might not be native. Spoiler, I already know this because I played the demo. But yeah, we are. Since isekai means other world, and moving to another country is like going through another world. Is this an isekai game? I don't think David got hit by the truck. Isn't that a requirement for an isekai? That you get rammed over by the little Isuzu truck? Or is that just very common? Isn't it mostly you either get run over or you die of old age? It's one of those two, right? I don't know. Do we have any isekai as experts in the chat who can help me with this? It's common, but it's not required. Okay. Right. At the time, I was just confused, as evidently from this proliferous head scratching he's doing. I had lots of ideas about what it'd be like working at a Japanese company. You can also die of other accidents, but the truck is the most popular one. Okay, I see. I assume it needs to be one where most of you is left over. Because if you get moved into another world, but there's not much left of you, I don't think it's gonna make for a very good story, right? Or that's anyway. That's a very morbid thing to be thinking of. Let's move on with the game. So. I had lots of ideas about what it'd be like, says David, working at a Japanese company. I polished up my language skills and even practiced bowing and exchanging business cards. But what I didn't know was, well, everything.
Hello? I'm David. David Sugimoto?
Oh yeah, I remember this game has voice acting. Imagine that for a puzzle game. Okay, so apparently we are David Sugimoto.
Oh, yes. You're one of the new hires this year, aren't you?
And this is Oyama-san. With most of them you reincarnate, so it's not an issue, but I digress. That's fair. I didn't know that. I'm not super proficient in this. Anyway, it does look like David here is not exactly dressed for the job, because this looks like a factory and he's wearing the nicest business suit he could find in wherever he came from. Because I'm still assuming with a name like David, he's not native.
We've been expecting you.
If you were hired for a job and you were not expected, then you have bigger problems, David. So, we're already off to an okay start.
Welcome to Matsuzawa Manufacturing Factory number 1. This building has a real nostalgic feeling, doesn't it?
So we can either say, it does, but why am I here? Or there must be some mistake. Yes. Let's at least be a little. I'd like in most of these dialogue options, I'd like to be not choose the complete asshole one. So let's ask, why am I here?
It does. But why am I here? I'm afraid you might have the wrong person.
Ah shit, we're the wrong David. So then we go home and the game ends.
I was hired to work on the international sales team.
Ah, he's in sales. Okay.
Don't worry. This old factory has been through a lot over the years, but its equipment still works beautifully.
Completely dodged the question.
I'll support you, so there's nothing to fear. You'll be putting together production lines before you know it.
That doesn't sound like sales, Oyama.
This doesn't make any sense. I came from America to work in business.
Okay, we are from the States. Welcome in, Harmony. How's it going? Talking about people from the States. How's it going? How are you today? How's work? Thank you for the hydrate. So poor David here got his MBA, got on the plane to Tokyo, and now he's told that he has to work in manufacturing. That doesn't seem like an upgrade to me.
I don't know anything about engineering. I didn't study it in school or anything.
Work is doing good so far? I'm very glad to hear that. Good to have you here.
Looks like we're about to start the morning assembly.
Oyama-san is not a good listener. This completely touches all of David's questions.
Come join us.
It makes you wonder if David missed the memo. Alright, let's see. We'll listen to a brief message from the foreman about the importance of safety. Once that was over, some music began to play.
Wait, what is this? What's going on?
Just copy my movements.
What? Is this a drill? Use the arrow keys. It's a rhythm game. Are you joking? Nope, no, it's not. This is real. Okay, I lied to you. Chat. This is actually a rhythm game. I'm sorry. There will be no manufacturing today. At least there will be, but not done by us. For someone who has never done this, David is doing pretty strong. Oh, he's dabbing now. Okay. Maybe I should propose this at work for team building. I feel it'd probably do some people a lot of good. And for the ones it doesn't, well, at least I can laugh at them. Perfect.
I'm not used to moving so much so early in the morning.
Please do not propose this at work for team building. Why not, Assembly? I could think of a million things that are worse than this for team building. For example, I had one where good on them to remember this whole choreography. I don't think they know. I think they all copy Oyama-san. None of them actually remember the choreography to the song. They just copied the movements of the person in front of them. But no, in terms of worst team buildings, I definitely had one where they brought in some external... They pretty much brought in an external HR person and they do the whole personality test thing, which was completely useless. And then we got some crappy pizza, which wasn't even tasty. And then at the company I work at, somebody told me that they went to do the same thing, but they got... they went to a place where they had cakes and everything, so they got to eat cake and... Yeah. Your team building is going out for beer once every 6 weeks with my favorite coworkers. Sadly for me, my favorite coworker is Zero, because I'm not super fond of any of them, so that's not gonna work for me. I mean, they're fine people, but they're not people I would go for beer with, sadly. Anyway, so David is exhausted.
Are you feeling it yet?
Are you feeling it? Are you feeling it, Mr. Krabs?
Feeling it? Feeling what?
The Matsuzawa spirit, of course.
Oh, of course. How could I not think of that?
Surely you're getting a taste of it by now.
I mean, the taste I'm having so far is a bit of a sour one, but yeah. I don't even know what you're talking about, or... Oh, maybe I feel it. Okay, let's be nice, David.
Oh, maybe I feel it.
Of course you do. Now let's take this spirit with us into the factory.
Alright then. So we'll continue being David's inner voice. Part of me clung to the idea that this was all still some mistake, and someone would eventually find me and take me over to the business division. It's kind of must be the most awkward start to your work, right? That you're hoping, you're trying to, you're gonna do the Michael Cera of the workplace, which is because he always looks like, he as an actor looks like he doesn't belong, and it's only a matter of time before somebody figures out he's not actually supposed to be there. And then you pull the same thing, you're trying to do whatever you can in your division, and hopefully somebody will figure out that you're not actually supposed to be there. You know, I should probably do that once in life. Get accidentally hired for HR and then find out how long I can be there before they figure out that it turns out you don't actually need any skills to do that. Anyway, that was my hot take for the week. Let's go on. But, says David, I felt like I didn't have much choice but to go along with it for now. Eventually somebody would notice I wasn't any good at engineering. That's okay, David, because chats, I'm sure that Twitch chats are all excellent engineers and they will be more than happy to help you. Alright, corporate binder. Just wanted to mention it again. I've never operated a factory before in my life. Oh, really? So it's not even that David's gonna work on the assembly line. It's that David is going to be running the entire factory. Good thing. There's an easy way to fix that. If starting a production line was more difficult than pressing a button, I might be worried. But I'm sure that's something you can do, am I right? I guess so. Go ahead and try it. Everything being set up already. Okay, here goes nothing. Your goal in this game is to design production... Oh, Yama breaking the fourth wall, okay. Is to design production lines that build specific products, like this binder. For this puzzle, a working production line has already been designed. All you need to do is start it. Click and drag on the timeline to scrub forwards and backwards in time. But the product has been fully assembled. Click start to begin production. Okay, so we need to... It looks like we need to make something that resembles this little binder. And we have some covers and rings to go with it. And so they were saying that if I move this... Okay, yeah. It starts the assembly. And we're good. Okay, and then let's hit the... And then we hit the button. Design approved. Wow, I'm so good at this. I didn't even design it. I didn't even make the design myself and it got approved. Wow. I'm so good at this. Or at least David is good at this. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Huh, okay. That was surprisingly simple. I didn't think you just pressed the button to start the whole factory. But I guess I never really thought about it before. Exactly. In retrospect, it's obvious that production lines need to be started and stopped. That's not so obvious, Oyama-san. I'm pretty sure there's factories that have 24-hour shifts and they have 3 or 4 teams that rotate around the clock. But maybe not in 86. But if you've never worked in a factory yourself, your conception of the process will be abstract and disconnected from reality, so what David learned in business school. You won't even realize what you're missing. So, what do we do with these binders now? Grab one. You can keep your Matsuzawa employee handbook in it. Right, well, I wasn't exactly expecting to get record scores on this one, considering that we didn't make the design ourselves, but... We'll go. portable radio. Now I'm going to give you some components, and you'll assemble the product. Hold on, says David. That sounds like a big leap from just pressing a button. Radios like these... He does not listen, does he? Radios like this really take me back. They were some of our first export products that really took off. That's great, but I still think this is a little bit much to ask me to figure this out. Here, you see these pieces? Yeah. You see the final product there? Yeah, okay, when you put it like that, I do see how they fit together. Go on then, show me. So your goal in this puzzle is to design a production line that builds this radio. Products are made out of parts, which must all be combined to create the finished product. When two parts are adjacent to a welder, they will be automatically combined. Alright, that's very cool, but I'm pretty sure you don't weld radios together, especially this one looks like it's made out of... It might not be plastic actually, but it's mostly still plastic, so we'll still give it a go. So can I not zoom in on it? No, I can zoom out. Okay, that's kind of bad. It just works, exactly. Okay, let's see. So this should connect these two together, and then if we put one on the other side, perfect. Portable radios are being assembled. Now we can go on holiday and listen to music. I just realized how stupid that is, because I was about to say because we had nothing else, and then I realized that the cassette was already invented, so you could also listen to that. I don't think the CD was not quite invented. I don't think. Is it bad that I don't know when we changed from cassettes to CDs? Because I remember as a kid I already had CDs, so. But I was born in the 90s, not the 80s, so got to get my timeline straight here. But I do know what a cassette is, at least. So there is that. I have that going for me, right? Right? So Oyama-san says, not bad. When I take in this old factory, I almost feel like I've traveled to the past. This radio definitely looks pretty old-fashioned, says David. Is there any reason you're making it now? Yama-san's because they still sell, especially in places where price is more important than having the latest cutting-edge products. This factory line might be old, but it's inexpensive to operate. And there's no use letting it sit idle if you can still use it to produce something people want. Don't worry, we'll get to more advanced cutting-edge products later. Just remember to develop your capabilities continually, little by little. Continual improvement, that's right. A key concept in the manufacturing philosophy here. There's a specific word for it, but I'm not thinking of it right now. David, it might be the title of the game. That would make a lot of sense, right? But then again, I don't think... So Oyama-san knows that we're in a game, but I don't know if David knows that we're in a video game. But Oyama-san, I'm sure you'll remember it soon. For now, let's get back to work. Again, not much improvement we can make. Apparently you could make it worse though, as seen from this histogram. So this is a very Zack-like thing as well, is that you have these histograms that show you how good your design was. Both in this game, it's how long it took to make the thing, how much it cost to make it, and how the area, so how big our design is. There's always a way to make it worse, yes. I remember one of the previous games, I think it was TIS 100, had the first puzzle was a very simple one. There was an achievement for because in that game you were programming computers, so the time measurement was cycles, which is how many instructions, how many steps did it need for your solution to run. There was an achievement for making the very simple test take over, I think it was over 100,000 cycles to run your solution. So you had to find a way to do it, and then you had to let it run for... it was not that bad, I think. I think you had to let it run for a good 20 minutes, and then you got the achievement. Alright, an office lady.
Oyama-san, here are the copies of the employee handbook that you requested.
Ah, new character, Tamo. And it looks like we're here in the office on the left. And we have also changed from our suit into what looks to be the corporate... is that a jumpsuit? Is it sweatpants? Is this a corporate mandated skater outfit? Is it Squid Game? Let's continue instead of speculating on ways this could go horribly wrong for David. The game's music is a little loud. I think I know why that might be, because I changed the game's volume. The music volume in the game. I'll turn it down after this.
Oh, thanks. You can set them over there.
And this must be the new employee. I'd heard there was an American joining us this year.
An American?
You heard correctly. This is David from Indiana.
Nice to meet you, David from Indiana. I'm Tomoe.
David from Indiana.
I hope Oyama-san isn't giving you too much trouble.
It's horrible, really, but I'm doing the best I can. Okay, maybe we should probably not say that we don't know what we're doing. Somebody will surely come and take us to the sales team any moment. Oh yeah, we can still believe. No, because let's not say that our direct boss is causing us trouble. That seems like a bad start to our job, especially considering we moved countries for this.
No trouble at all.
Great. I see Oyama-san has really taken you under his wing.
It's only natural. This time is very important in a new employee's development. Learning the company's history and policies is one thing, but truly becoming a part of it is another matter.
Yo, is that the Fabby? Hello, welcome in, Fab. How's it going? How was Traveler's Rest? How many beers did you still serve to people? How is it that you keep playing games where you run a bar and serve beer? I hope you had a good time. Is it the J? It certainly is. As Fab might have alluded to, my name is Jay. Welcome to the Gilded Cage, where you can grab even more drinks than in Fab's bar. I don't know what Fab named his bar, or tavern. Probably something really silly, but yeah. Welcome in. We are playing KAIZEN, a factory story today, which is a puzzle game about assembling things in Japan in the 80s. And we are playing as David from Indiana, America, who doesn't know what he's doing because he was originally hired to do sales and now he's being put in the factory floor. If you need to raid and run Fab and all the other lovely raiders who came with, please head off if you need to. If you need to take care of yourself, if you need to get something to eat or drink, run errands, go to bed, do whatever, please go and do whatever it is that occupies you. And if not, you are more than welcome to hang out with us and grab yourself a drink. In the end, you always come back to the tavern. Is that what you called it? The tavern with capital T. You didn't come up with any other name. But no, I get it. It's a very fun style of game. Not something I've tried myself too much, but I probably should, considering I run. The tavern is called 2D Girl Enjoyer. Based. That is an opinion I can stand behind. Although, considering I had a look at the game, I'm pretty sure at that time I was about to say the 2D girl had not been invented, but technically, as long as you have a surface and something to draw with, then 2D girls can exist. So I'm not really sure what the timeline is. The capital letter is because I'm German. Of course, that makes a lot of sense. And imagine there was another David from Indiana that was supposed to be in the factory and ended up in sales. No, we already had one game which had a convoluted plot based on having a twin brother. I don't want another one, okay? I'm good on stories about twins. Especially when the twins are both immigrating to a different country to work at the same company. That seems really unlikely. But yeah, maybe there is David from Indiana in his overalls sitting on the sales floor. looking at these beautiful products and thinking, what am I supposed to do? I don't know how to make this, not to... This just tries to cold call people like, yo, you want a radio, buddy? And they hang up on him. Horrible.
And if you ever want to learn how to serve tea and make copies, come to me. I'll show you how it's done.
Oh, I think I'm okay with not being downgraded to intern, Tomoe. That's okay.
Sure, that sounds great.
God damn it, David. I don't have my powers anymore, chat. You remember when we were playing Chicken Police and I was able to predict what Sonny was going to say? I feel in this game I'm going to say the exact opposite of what David is going to say. So, probably somebody needs to run the counter. I think we're on 1 already, and we'll see if I can keep up my streak of saying the exact opposite.
Oh, David.
David, maybe you should not be making coffee.
That was a joke, David.
Okay. Oof.
After all, I'm sure you'll have more important things to do.
Yeah, like sales. If you hadn't noticed.
I see.
Very not smooth, David. That was not awkward at all. Alright, world clock. As you can see with this clock, it's important to come up with new product ideas that can be made with components we already have. And Tomoe says, isn't this just 2 clocks stuck together? Well, yeah, it's a world clock, see? You can display your local time on one clock and have the time somewhere else on the second one. It's useful for international business people. Isn't that right, Dave? He knows! What? Whoa, David, you can't just let him say that. He knows you're supposed to be in business. What is going on? I suppose it is. The time differences can be pretty large, says David. Completely oblivious. What time is it in Indiana right now? Asks Tomoe. David says, well, if it's 3 p.m. there here, that must mean it's 2 a.m. there, I think. Oyama-san knows, but he does not care. He is stoic. Oblivious to the plight of David, David from Indiana, who is supposed to be in sales. Says Tomoe. So they're sleeping peacefully while we're in the middle of our workday. Are you jealous, Tomo-chan? Says Oyama-san. Maybe a little. Right. Some products like this clock use the same part more than once. Parts can be moved using arms. Control them by adding commands to the timeline, like this push command. A push command with a negative number becomes a pull command. When using a pull command, you can also turn the grabber off. Additional parts will automatically appear when their starting location is empty. Right-click on commands to change their parameters. Alright then, so we have clock, and we only get 1 clock. Okay, so the final design we have to make is 2 clocks stuck together. Now what we're gonna do is, unfortunately what we can't do is get David promoted because he comes up with the idea of sticking 3 clocks together. But what we can do is we can get this little grabby arm out and we can make it push. Okay, I'm not exactly... Right. This is because you can have multiple things moving around, stuff around, I assume. Okay, let's see. So I want it to move 3. And I want it to weld. And I want it to retract here. And I don't want it to grab. I mean, looks good to me, right? Boom. Einen wunderschönen. I have no idea what this means. What is this? Sawyer is grabbing food. No! Please do enjoy your food. What are you eating, Fab? Are you having something nice? Something more functional? What could it be? And Oyama-san says, here, why don't you take one of these for yourself? Is for me? Says David. And Oyama-san says, It might come in handy. You could set one for Japan Standard Time and another for Indiana Time, whatever that is. Then you always know what time it is back home. Sadly, I don't have enough knowledge of the states to know where Indiana exactly is. So, I couldn't tell you which of the 4 time zones. Okay, a quick Google says it's Eastern. It's Eastern. Okay. You grab some bread and put salami into it. That's a pretty good sandwich. I like it. Tomoe says, it might be useful if you're gonna call your parents. Which David realizes, that's right. I've been so wrapped up in learning all of this that I almost forgot I should do that. Thank you for the reminder. Tomoe says, of course. It's no good if your parents aren't proud of you too. Oh, Yama-san, how wrong you could be. Anyway, it turns out we could probably do this a little faster. And I have an idea how. I think what we could do. Oh yeah, of course, if we are moving the timeline, we're not allowed to move anything anymore, which makes... interestingly enough, I can move things and still have them hold the commands, which is... Huh, okay. Anyway, what I would like to try and do is... do the same thing, but I'm gonna try... There. Yeah, that's it. So for context, what I did to make the time 1 instead of 2 is instead we pull the clock backwards and bam, it's done. Because with the one where if we push, then I have to retract it. You'll grab some fresh out, eat my food. Good luck with the stream, Jay. Thank you so much, Fab. Enjoy your food. Have a good walk. And I'll see you soon enough, alright? You have a good one. Alright then. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's have a look. Sports watch. Yama-san says, this wristwatch was another of our early products. Originally, we wanted to make it solar powered. So it would never run under battery, asked David. That's right. We'd also consider adding a function that can read your mood, says Yama-san. David says, wow, how would something like that even work? Well, utters Oyama-san, I wouldn't say it ever really worked exactly. We decided to make it a regular wristwatch instead. Sometimes you have to settle for what you can achieve within your means. It's such a missed opportunity. All you had to do was make it like a mood ring, that it reacts to your body temperature, and that's enough of a mood meter, isn't it? Also interesting that David apparently got promoted to have his own desk, as opposed to everyone else in the company who... there's no other desks in this place, so you're very lucky that you actually get one. And it also seems like... that's not a typewriter, that's a terminal. And soft drinks? Wow, that's some luxury you got right there, buddy. Fine. Some parts are different on the front and back. Click and hold the flip button to see the other side of a part. Use arms and flip commands to flip parts. But products must be face up to be recognized as complete. Alright, so we have the watch, we can flip. We can flip the watch. And so we have to make a watch with straps on both sides. And so what I think I can do is, let me see. So I'll probably put a welder here. And, oh, we can only rotate. Okay, so if we do a little flip. Okay, it's already done, but it doesn't count because it's upside down. So if I then do this. Ta-da! Beautiful. Bam, flip, and we're done. We're making watches. Kind of looks like those Casios. That were definitely still around when I was in school, so that would have been early 2000s. A little later than 85, but we'll take it. So Tomoe says, that is certainly a wristwatch. It is one of the wristwatches of all time. It also tells time. Oyama-san says, in response, I'll admit some of the ideas we originally had seem far-fetched. But even if they aren't possible today, it's important to be thinking about them. On that note, thank you so much to the Lurk staff. How are you doing? Happy birthday again. I hope you had a great stream. It was definitely a lot of fun to watch. And you give people all the compliments and play the Banui game. That was very cool. You're being shrimpy and watching Full Metal Alchemist? Oh, let's go. Enjoy that. And everyone else in chat, be sure to wish Saf a happy birthday. They deserve it. They're very cool Birb. On that note, I'd like to hear your ideas. Nothing is too silly to be considered. What about an edible wristwatch? Okay, you had to push it. You had to push it too far already. Okay. Okay, maybe there's some ideas that are too silly to be considered. David says, what about an invisible wristwatch? To which Oyama-san quips, now you're just being absurd on purpose. You said nothing was too silly, replies David. Right, so we did it pretty well. Good job. I'm not exactly sure how you can get the time up to 3. I think it's probably... Oh, I think I know how. You can probably put the welder on the wrong side, so it doesn't actually weld anything on the first step. But we're not really here to make purposely bad designs. We are to make purposely good designs. From South Bend to Tokyo. It's a letter from Indiana, from the States. South Bend Automotive. Auto repair services, independently operated since 1954. Your car, our problem. Hey there, champ. If you're getting this, it means you made it. How's the land of the rising sun treating you? I know you only just got there a little while ago, but we can't help ourselves and want to know all about the trip over. What your life is like there. If you're getting along with your co-workers so far, hard to believe you're almost 10,000 miles away right now. You might have heard me say this before, but Japanese companies are known for having a very rigid seniority system, and aren't exactly in the habit of promoting people on merit. And it's especially tough when you're from outside the country. Sure, maybe you aren't going to have the corner office anytime soon, but if I learned one thing in my time, is that no matter where you are, or what situation you're in, the key to a successful career is consistent and applied effort over time. You know the speech, and we also know, we also know the word it's called over here in Japan. Let us know if you want anything from home. I'm sure there's lots of amazing food to eat there, but maybe you're missing a good pork tenderloin sandwich. We could airmail you one. Your mother tells me this is a bad idea. Well, I tried. All the best. That. That's a letter from his parents. That's pretty cool. And I think we can squeeze this one just before the break. Let's make some binoculars. I hope you're having a good time with this so far. If it sounds like I'm not really surprised by anything, that's because this was also in the demo. So these are all things that I have seen before. But I hope that we can get to some new and cool things soon enough, alright? So just hang tight for a little bit and we'll get into the new and fun stuff. Right, so Oyama-san says, I had an idea for a toy that simulated night vision goggles. Of course, real night vision was beyond our capabilities at the time, but I thought a device with colored lenses could be fun. As we started to build it, it turned out that people really liked the idea of inexpensive binoculars you could take with you to the beach or the mountains. Tomoe says, I didn't realize that you were the one having a lot of these ideas. And Oyama-san said, it wasn't just me. We all tried our best to come up with something that people would want. It's kind of strange that you don't have an R&D or a product design division, and instead it's the factory floor that's thinking, we could probably make some cool things. But then again, seeing how the assembly process works, I have a kind of a feeling that how this place works is you buy parts in bulk from wherever and you try to cobble them together into some product that is sellable. Like the adult Lego of manufacturing. David says, I see, so the search for new products never ends. Exactly, David. Someone invented the fidget spinner and managed to make money with it, so you can also come up with an excellent idea. Which is exactly what Yama-san says. Now you're getting the idea. Right. Well, like welders, riveters are used to combine parts, but they are hashtag winging it. Exactly. Riveters are used to combine parts, but they are a different shape and target different grid squares. Okay, so it turns out this one probably connects, I would say, the two parts in front of it. Let's give it a go. So we have an eyepiece, a barrel, and we have a hinge. And we can only get the capability to do a little flippy. So what I think I will do is... so I think what I'm gonna have to do here is I'm gonna have to slap on the eyepiece by shooting a nail through it, which is perfect because that's gonna make binoculars you can definitely see through if you slam a nail right through the middle of the eyepiece. But maybe manufacturing works different back in the 80s. All right, let's see. So if we do this, we weld the whole thing together. Then if we do a little flip. Looks okay. We have to flip it back, but looks good to me. Yeah, there we go. Binoculars. Hinge. Hashtag not unhinged. No, this binocular definitely hinges on having a hinge in there. It's very, very funny, but I think the binocular is not going to work anyway because we're welding or ramming nails through. Rivets. We're ramming rivets through it in random places and hoping it holds together. These binoculars aren't bad, even for today, says David. I could totally see a crow pecking at the trash over there. Caw! Yama-san says, they turned out okay as a product, though I'd still like to create night vision goggles one of these days. And Tomoe says, this might be a weird question, but what made you interested in designing toys? Originally, I didn't care for so much things, says Yama-san. But when my nephew was born, I started to think about it. Ah, so that's what did it. And David asks, what do you think makes a good toy? But Yama-san thinks. For me, a good toy acts like a spark for the imagination. A spark for the imagination, says David. Here, let me show you what I mean. Alright, well, we made a pretty good design. Could have made it a little more compact, maybe? But the time is good. I'm thinking compactness. How could we have made this a little more compact? Well, I definitely can't move this. I think maybe you can make it a little more compact if we put the arm on this side. Yeah, there you go. That's how it's done. 35 to 30. I think how the area in this game works is it measures the... yeah, that's it. This square, you see, is 5 by 6. So the total area is measured as a square. And by making it like this, I made it slightly smaller. So we got a slightly better score. Let's go. Fun fact about night vision goggles. There were people making fun of a politician in our country who was... oh, I need to remember to do this. There we go. I didn't forget assembly. We turned the music down. But there was a pretty important politician in our country who went to visit an exposition day of the amazing Luxembourgish army. Back to the highway. I'll do that in just a second. And he was wearing night vision. God, can you stop interrupting my story?
More energy, more footwork, more passion, more energy.
Anyway, the guy was wearing a night vision headset with the helmet. And you could see that the caps were still on at the end. And people were making fun of it. They were saying, look, he's stupid because he's wearing goggles, but he didn't take the caps off. And then it took some smarter people to point out that there's a reason for that, which is that night vision goggles are very sensitive. And if you take the lens off when you're in bright daylight, it will burn through the sensor. And it goes from night vision goggles to nothing goggles. Anyway, I will leave you to ponder about that for the break. I'll be back in just a moment, and then we can make the Defender bot. Which, spoiler, that was the end of the demo, and after that we can get into the real good stuff. So I will see you back in a brief moment. Get yourself something to eat and drink. And thank you for being here. Oops, that was a little loud. Hey, welcome back everybody. How's it going? Did you get something to eat and drink? Let me turn that down a little bit. I didn't realize the music was so loud. I'm sorry. Hey, thank you for the streak biscuit. I hope you're doing well. I've been seeing a lot of the art fighting going on, and I think it's all really good stuff. So, props to you. As for us, we will not be making art. We're going to be making this defender bot. Now this really takes me back, says David. Oh, he's holding a... Who doesn't love a toy? He's holding a toy robot. Let's go. We're going to make our own Gundam. Let me guess, Soyama-san. You wanted to make it walk and talk too, says Tomoe. It should shoot lasers. I think shooting lasers would be very cool. What do you think, chat? What do you think the robot should do? To which Oyama-san says, of course, like our other early products, we had ambitions that were a little bigger than our capabilities. Lasers improve everything? Exactly. Name one thing that is not better with lasers. Yeah, I bet you can't. Luckily, kids have lots of imagination, so they were able to make up the difference. Beep boop, destroy, says David. It looks like some adults have a lot of imagination too, says Tomoe. Isn't this still your first week of work and you're already cracking jokes? David, you seem a little comfortable for someone outside of the sales department. To which Oyama-san laughs. That's not exactly what the robot's personality was like. You've never seen the show it's based on, have you? You should watch an episode or two if you get a chance. I can watch anime at work? I can watch big robot anime at work? Damn, David has the best job ever. Don't tell me this is part of education too. No, it totally is, Toei. It totally is. I'm not mandated to watch anime at work. Don't stop me. It's important to share cultural reference points, says Oyama-san. At day 15, they still haven't taken me to the sales team. And Oyama says, from now on, you can use as many tools as you want. Compete with your friends to optimize for speed, cost, and size. Okay, I see. So now the parts got 5 million yen for a little welder. That's a lot. Okay. At day 15, they still have not taken me to the sales team. Yeah, well, we're assembling cool robot. Oh, this is the robot from the game cover. That's so cool. Alright, let's see. So what I'm thinking is the design that I would probably make is not one that pushes parts, but one that flips the entire robot. That's how I would make it, at least. Right, I would do a little flippy. And then I would probably weld the leg. We'll weld in the arm, and we're gonna rivet in the head, and then we'll flip it and we'll flip it back. Let's see. So bam, flip, bam, and we have a robot. Look at that. Bam, bam, done. Even though this is just a simple robot toy, the development of robotics is rapidly advancing. One day soon, we will have robots that walk and talk. They might even dance and sing. Or, if we use the amazing technology of the large language model, they might say very politically incorrect things, which upset a lot of people. Can you imagine that? That would never happen, right? To which Tomoe says, that sounds fun. I'd rather have a robot that cooks me a nice dinner after a long day at the office. I don't see why that couldn't happen as well, says Oyama-san. Robots will be able to do anything. To which David says, beep boop, neighborhood bully detected, deploying space ray. It seems like robots inspire both of you in different ways, says Tomoe. Alright, we did it. This was apparently the most efficient design people have come up as well, so good job, everyone. We did it. The Matsuzawa way. It took me a while Thanks, David. But I finally understood what Oyama-san was doing. He was giving me hand-on six. I don't know why I went for the mobster accent there from. I finally understood what Oyama-san was doing. Capiche? No, that was horrible. Forget that. Forget that. That we're gonna cut that from the VOD. For the non-existent editor that I have. He was giving me hands-on experience with the factory equipment, as well as a close-up look at the company's history for some of its first products. I suddenly came to a new appreciation for this way of introducing me to the company as a whole. A deep understanding of how products are made would inform how I approach sales. Or at least, that's what I thought.
David, this is Terahata-san from the business division. He's here to take you up to headquarters so you can start that job in international sales.
Oh, we're doing it! We're going into sales!
Oh, I see. Indiana, was it?
No, he's a bit of an egghead, to be honest, but he does look like someone from the business unit.
Yes, I mean, that's the state I'm from.
That's the state I'm in. Agitated.
Huh. You're like a real Indiana Jones.
Aren't you very funny?
I'm not sure that Indiana Jones is actually from Indiana.
Well, but you're Indiana David.
In Japan, though, we say Indy Jones.
I see.
Oyama, I need to ask you a favor.
Of course, please do.
We need someone to help set up the plastic food operation. You know, Ishibashi and his team. Do you think Indiana David here can do it?
Plastic food operation? What?
David, you like Japanese food, don't you?
I mean, it's not like I have much of a choice, Oyama-san. I live here now. I'm still getting used to it.
I'm still getting used to it.
Well, this will be a great opportunity for you then.
Oyama, you should go with him.
Huh?
What?
I'm concerned about an American going out there on his own. You should go with him. Help him succeed.
Okay.
Hope you have fun out there.
You too, Moogie. Lend your sincere support to them both.
Oh, we're all getting shipped out there?
Wait, me too?
That's right. The three of you together will help each other and help Ishibashi. This is what our company needs most, so you're doing important work. Any questions?
Can I say no? Clearly not. Well, this is not a great start. Oh, we're that night we went to the bar to blow off some steam and talk about our unexpected assignment. Also, it seems like this person here has probably been assigned too much and should probably go home. Well, at least it looks like his colleagues are bringing, or his friends. No, colleagues. If they're all still, why do they all have briefcases? Why are they taking briefcases to the bar? Is it because everything costs 5 million yen, and they have to carry around briefcases with bills of paper, just to be able to cover anything? Also, I want this the bird bar here. This is the best thing. We are definitely going there.
Wow. After all that, I guess I'm not going to headquarters after all.
Well, this looks like a cozy place. It doesn't really. It looks like a restaurant. It's not much of a bar. I'd eat and or drink here. Seems like a nice place. Yeah, it's definitely a restaurant. Look at all these bowls in the back here. But yeah, David, you're not going to headquarters.
You sure aren't. We're shipping out to Nowheresville.
Why? What's the problem with it?
Well, it's just so far away from everything.
I'm going to the boonies.
It's out of the way, so it kind of feels like we're being passed over for more important things.
But he said it was important for the company.
It's important for the shareholders, you mean?
Let me tell you something about Terahata. Matsuzawa Kaicho likes to golf, see?
So Terahata is the person who gave us this assignment. And Matsuzawa Kaicho that's the equivalent of the CEO, from what I'm guessing.
Every time Terahata plays golf with him, Matsuzawa Kaicho wins the bet. Why? It's not because the chairman is a better player.
Okay, it's the chairman. There you go.
You see what I'm saying? That's the kind of person Terahata is.
He's an ass kisser.
And what about you, Oyama-san?
I was invited to golf with the chairman just once. I won the bet that time.
Well, you learned one thing, which is being bad at golf is probably better.
Is that why Terahata-san is your boss and not the other way around?
No, I mean, probably not. He's much more senior than I am. I just mean to illustrate our personalities.
It's actually because Terahata is his cousin. Oh, that's such a bad thing to say. But it could be so true, right? How did he get promoted? He's related to the chairman. Ah, okay. I see how it is. That makes a lot of sense.
Intentionally losing to the boss. I couldn't handle stuff like that. Once I start competing, I need to go all the way.
Exactly. We bowl.
You're lucky, Tomoe-chan. Once you get married, corporate politics will be a world away.
Huh. Yeah, lucky.
Pretty old-fashioned, but then again, this is 86. All right, Gifu, fall. Okay, so we're in fall now, or autumn, and we are in the Tasty Plastic Task Force. All right, let's go have a look. I hope you're all still having a good time with this. I definitely am having a good time, and considering that now we're getting into the part of the game that I don't know, I'm very much excited to see what is going to be happening from here on. David says, we arrived at the city of Gifu later that autumn. There we met with Ishibashi-san, the man tasked with scaling up the production of plastic foods in order to support a restaurant chain with global ambitions. Hang on, are we making food out of plastic? What? Also the animatronic crab is really cool. I would definitely go eat there.
Today, the plastic food in restaurant displays is usually made in small batches by individual artisans.
Okay, this is Ishibashi-san. The plastic food in restaurant displays. I have never seen a restaurant with plastic food displays. That's crazy. I'm used to two kinds of restaurants myself, which is either they have a menu with words, which means it's probably good, or they have pictures. And by pictures, I mean photographs, which means it's probably going to be bad. There's no middle ground, sadly, and especially the pictures immediately makes me think of we're going to the kebab place to eat. I don't think we're exactly trying to appeal to that, and I don't actually know if in Japan they're going to really enjoy a big fatty kebab. They don't seem like the kind of people who would enjoy really greasy food. Well, I guess a bit. If you have a proper ramen, you put a bunch of pork in there. It is quite fatty, but it's not greasy, if you know what I mean. I don't know how to best explain it. Food is difficult, and it's a very personal thing, of course. But yeah, okay, we also get to meet... Yeah, we get to meet Ishibashi-san, who looks to be a bit more an older person.
But our current customer is a national chain that has plans to expand globally.
Bitch, I'm a bird, go.
Yo, welcome in, Azrael. How was Coral Island? How's it going? Also, congratulations on copying your own subscriber badge within the raid message, Azrael. That's amazing. I hope you had a good time with Coral Island. What were you up to? I'm surprised you managed to pull yourself away from the horse game, as is everyone that is playing it right now. But yeah, welcome to the Gilded Cage, everyone. My name is Jay, and I'm joined by Jason, who's on my shoulder. I hope you had a good time with Azrael. I hope you had a good time in Coral Island. I don't know too much about it. Is it if I remember well, Coral Island is this kind of a farm simulation, except you're on an island. Which sounds very stupid if I describe it like that. But, I'm pretty sure there's more to it than that. If you need to raid and run, if you need to get yourself something to eat and drink, or pop out for errands, or go to bed, then please go and do that. And if not, you're more than welcome. Grab yourself a drink at the Gilded Cage and hang with us. Today we are playing KAIZEN, a factory story, which is a automation puzzle game from Zachtronics, except it's not Zachtronics. Well, it is Zach, the founder of that company, but he made a new company and then he proceeded to make the same style of games. And that's what we're playing right now. That's the whole premise, using plus some extra things. It has a bit of Animal Crossing in there too, right? I remember there being some kind of museum as well that you had to fill up and put a bunch of collectibles in. Or maybe I'm thinking of a different game. I'm not sure. But yeah, we are playing as David Sugimoto, who got sent over from the States to do business in Tokyo for the Matsuzawa manufacturing company. Instead of sales, we put him on the factory floor where he made some cool binoculars and toys, and now we got sent out to some village in the countryside, and we have to manufacture plastic food. I'm not exactly sure, but we're gonna figure that out together.
In order to supply them, we'll have to introduce some kind of automation to the manufacturing process.
So what Ishibashi-san is talking about, who is, by the way, our new boss, is apparently they have a plastic food in the I completely forgot the word for whatever I completely forgot the English word for the window you have in the shop to show the products, but that apparently they're putting plastic food and it's being made by hand, and they want to automate it because it's for a chain, a restaurant chain. Display, yes, thank you.
At the same time, I don't want to lose the handcrafted quality of these items.
Well, you could handcraft them on an assembly line. Have you thought of that?
That does sound like a tough balancing act.
I don't know how you want it to be. I don't know how you want it to be handcrafted quality and make it with machines. That sounds like a paradox.
It is. I assume that's why they sent this hotshot over here to help out.
Hotshot? Me?
Sounds like the boss talked you up a little bit.
Oh no.
Oh no, I'm still not doing sales.
Don't worry, David. This is a team effort. Why don't you take care of the production lines? You seem to enjoy that.
Make machine hands. We give them all these little grippy arms. Yes, that's how it's done. It's perfect. Okay, considering we're standing... Wait, we're standing next to him.
Sure.
Yeah, no problem. I don't really want to start an argument now that we got sent out
This
here.
just might turn out to be your specialty.
Oh yeah, I am looking forward to building a career out of producing plastic food. Yeah,
While you're
me
doing
too.
that, I'll work with Ishibashi-san on the plastic materials.
And I'll get us some reference items from the restaurant.
That's a great idea. Sounds like the Tasty Plastic Task Force is ready to begin.
I already hate this team name, but it's better than whatever agile team name my work could come up with.
Tasty Plastic Task Force? Is that a name you made up just now?
My sources, I made it the fuck up.
Let's go. Tasty Plastic Task Force?
No, you're enjoying this too much, David. You're not allowed to say it anymore.
This should be interesting.
Alright. Onigiri. In order to make the plastic rice on these onigiri look appealing, it can't be too smooth or opaque. By the way, looking at these machines in the background, if this kind of big funnel design is very typical for what is known as extrusion or injection molder or extrusion molder. And I know this because I did study engineering. So this is when you want to make things out of plastic. How this works is this funnel here, you put in plastic granulate, which is you put in little plastic pellets. That's how you get them from the factory. You put them in this funnel and it gets heated over here. And then you put the mold of whatever you want to make in there. And there's a piston or an extruder that there's a big screw in there that pushes the plastic into the mold. And that is how you mold things from plastic. And you can tell if something has been made this way. Although it's quite difficult because usually it will be hidden on the inside. But you will see sometimes you'll see what looks like little plastic pins that are a bit strangely cut off. Especially if you open up something, like I'm looking here, for example, a controller that I have over here. If you were to open it up on the inside, you would probably see this. And that's how you would know it was made with extrusion molding, which is very common. You know these machines from work because your customers are tool manufacturers. Oh, really? Yeah, I guess if you're making grips for tools, and you're making them from plastic, you would use a machine like this too. But I'm surprised because for tools I imagine it'd be more silicon or rubber, but I guess that works. Okay, anyway, fake onigiri rice. See how real rice is also a little translucent and slightly shiny. Then you have nori wrap, which has that textured glossy look. There are all kinds of factors like this, huh, says Oyama-san. How are we going to know when we get it right? Just put one of our plastic onigiri out next to a real one, says Tomoe. If someone tries to eat the plastic one, we'll net the look. Right. Move parts into cutters to remove material and cut them into separate pieces. Okay, and so the reason we need to do this is because we have this little rice square. And then it looks like we have to take a piece of seaweed and slap it in there. Okay, so we need the color for sure. How do I want to do this? So I can't rotate it. Let's see. So I don't know if there's a nice way to go about this. I mean, I can flip it, but that's not gonna help me, is it? Alright, let's see first. So move to. The seaweed piece is called nori. No, I know it's called nori. It even says here nori, but maybe some people don't know what nori is. It's seaweed. Because the game didn't tell you that. Okay, so that's how we get that. I'm gonna probably try my same technique. No, never mind. I don't think this helps me. Because soundtrack is pretty good, by the way. Just wanted to mention that. Did that wrong? What happens if I push it all the way through, actually? Oh, yeah, that's bad. Oh, that's really bad. So you can do that. It's just not very good. Okay, I think... If I had to guess, this is not gonna work, right? Also, I need to change to arm B. Let's see. No, that does not. We cannot do it like that. I mean, what I could do maybe is... Oh, what is happening here? It bugged out a little bit. Interesting. That's okay though. Oh, hang on, it gets stuck? Wait, what? Oh no, I push it. I'm an idiot. The game is smarter than me. And then I need another arm, don't I? And then... Okay, that's very cool, but then how do I attach it? I guess I can put a riveter over here. That should work. Let's see. Maybe I can even put it over here. There's a collision. Okay. It doesn't push far enough. Come on. Okay, we did it. I can't help but feel there's a better way to do this, but it does work. Let's try already. There we go. Onigiri. Looks so appetizing. Especially the part where we cut out an entire piece of stuff. Right. Do you think the word onigiri is too difficult for Americans to say? Says Ishibashi-san. Whenever you want to export products, you have to consider things like this. I don't think it's too difficult to say, says David. It does remind me, sometimes my mom would put an onigiri in my lunch and the other kids would say, oh look, David's got a rice bowl. I see. Rice bowl. Says Ishibashi-san. To which Tomoe comments, the shape is much like a ball though. The ones I've seen are triangle. So David comments, yeah, it seems like it could be a better name. Rice triangle? Better than jelly donuts. They're not how is onigiri comparable to a jelly-filled donut? That is a completely different thing. Has nothing to do with each other. God damn. There's silence. To which Oyama says, there's plenty of time to think about other names. Alright, our design is... It's pretty bad. Okay, we could actually do it in 2 steps? Whoa, I'm not really seeing how, but I'm interested to figure out because... They localized onigiri to jelly donuts in the American... That is horrible. Why would you do such a thing? Okay, how can we do this in 2 steps? I didn't even change the okay, let me think. But the problem I have is you have to push it onto there. I mean, if I push this... No, that's a cutter. That's not gonna work, is it? How do you do this in 2 steps? Oh, hang on. Wait, hang on. You can flip it. Wait, so... Oh, wait, look at this. Hang on. Wrong arm. No. Wait, how is this not correct? Oh, it's not welded. But... Wait, how is the smallest? I think I can weld it like here. I'm so good at this game. Look at that. Oh yeah, we did it. Look at that score difference. That's so beautiful. But yeah, so the difference I did was instead of pushing it around, you do a little flip. And then bam, it's done. Plastic onigiri. Instantly made. You put it in the beam channel. I'll have a look at it on the break because I'm not really going to be looking at potentially copyrighted clips. But yeah, I see it. That is definitely a Brock is definitely holding onigiri there. That's not a donut, and I'm not speaking from someone who has experience eating a lot of donuts, but I can definitely tell when something is not a donut, and that, whatever that is, what I'm looking at, is not a donut. Alright then, here you go. Maki. Oh, I love sushi. Let's make sushi. Shape, color, texture. Every attribute is important to get right in order to create the illusion of real sushi, says Ishibashi-san. I see, says David. I never thought about how many things you have to consider when making plastic food. Honestly, me neither, David, because I assumed plastic food was a thing for children. And I'm pretty sure that children are not too picky about what their plastic food looks like. But I am pleasantly surprised. Ishibashi-san says, if the results are even a little bit off, the effect goes from appealing to off-putting. Oh yeah, it definitely... there's an uncanny effect with food as well, where if it looks even vaguely unreal, oh, it's horrible. I don't want to think about it. Well, I do want to think about it because there is a technique behind photographing food and the replacements that they have to do. For example, I remember reading an article about this, and whipped cream is horrible because the problem with photographing food especially is you want it to be really bright, so you need to use a lot of lights. And the problem with lights is that they heat up things. So if you have whipped cream, it will probably start deflating very fast because 1, it's hot, and 2, you need a lot of time to take pictures. So what they do instead is they use shaving cream because it doesn't go off and it looks close enough. And there's a couple of things like this that they use as replacements. And maybe I would not be surprised if there was some actual plastic food in there because if I have to photograph something that has bananas in it or any kind of fruit really, can you imagine you have to photograph something with a cut apple in it? And cut apples you can pour lemon on it. You could probably drench it in lemon and it wouldn't oxidize and turn brown. I wouldn't eat the apple after though. Sounds like a horrible thing. All the burgers and commercials are painted raw. Yes, exactly, because I think a cooked one is gonna go dry. It dries out, doesn't it? I can imagine if you leave the burger, it's gonna be dry. So it's important to get right. Tomoe says, too bad the one thing that you can't fix is the smell. If it didn't smell like burned plastic, I'd be getting real hungry right now. Yes, says Ishibashi-san. If only we could these models smell like the foods they represented too. I've long wished for a day where that becomes possible. Sounds like it could be dangerous, says Tomoe. Well, I don't want to... The problem I have with this is that we're supposed to be making maki, so I don't really want to know how you make a fish smell diffuser. Because I don't know. This is so very appealing. I do remember there was this Kickstarter campaign that I saw for it was a Dungeons and Dragons themed scent diffuser. I'm pretty sure I mentioned this on stream before. And it was supposed to add more atmosphere to your campaign by diffusing scents of things that you encountered. And I remember that the scents were all very unpleasant. I remember there was one which was... I think it was troll or swamp. Troll, yeah. And then the main component was swamp and decaying plant matter. And I think the werewolf one, the main component was wet dog, and both of these do not sound appealing. I don't want my house to smell like wet dog or pond. Use poke commands to push and retract without grabbing, all in a single step. Oh, we get a little cheater command, don't we? Okay, so we need to we have 6 sushis, and we need to turn. We get 1 little roll, and we have to compact it into 6. Okay, so if we let's see. So if we do something like this, we do poke. Poke, and then I kind of thinking if there's a faster way to do this, but realistically we can only get 1 sushi out per cycle, so I think the fastest we can do this is... Let's see if I can manage to do a retraction at the same time. Nope. This is the wrong arm. Okay, let's see. Okay, the one thing I'm thinking is there a better way to go about this? Or where should I put the weld, how should I weld these together? I think this gets me the best. Yeah. So we push, push, pull, push, push. I think this is the fastest we can do. There we go. We're making some nice, tasty mackies. It looks nice when the 6 rolls are lined up next to each other like that. This Tomoe. It's all compact and cute. Indeed, says Oyama-san. It reminds me of the crest of the Sanada clan. Shibashi-san says it does now that you mention it. David asks, what does the crest of the Sanada clan look like? It looks like maki rolls, you dumb shit. Yama-san says, I'll have to find an example to show you. Maybe we have a book around here or something. David says, I was gonna say, it kind of reminds me of a 6-pack, you know, of beer. Tomoe says, well, you buy 6 cans at a time, you must really love beer. Well, that's just how it comes back home. I guess I didn't realize it was different here. Big fan of beer, are you? Says Oyama-san. Perhaps there will be some waiting for you when we finish up this assignment. Ah, says David. I feel like I've given everyone the wrong impression. I don't think you're giving wrong impressions, David. I think it's the very selective listening that everyone in this universe seems to have, as well as the culture conflict. But, thank you for ruining sushi for me, David. I'll look at it now and always think of a 6-pack. So the time is good, but we could probably make our design a little smaller. I'm thinking how we could do that. We can't really use the flip, I think. I could probably poke. Actually, the simulation is pretty good. If you change up things, it remembers what the end state will be like. So instead of the grab, I can do a poke on this one. But I'm not sure if that helps me so much. Alright, how does that look if I put a little poke there instead? Like that, yeah. And I flip the welder. I mean, the welder needs to go here then. Yeah, that's the problem. I could poke the other end. Wait. Is this design slower? No, it's the exact same. There we go, we did it. We made it smaller. Perfect. We're so good at this, John. I can't believe it. Everything going exactly as I wanted to. Are you proud of me? You know, I should probably have been doing this as a job instead of whatever I do for a living. But then again, I think plastic food... There's not that much money in plastic food, I believe, as well as anything else I could be doing. Everything is according to Kaikaku. Editor's note, Kaikaku means plan. Alright, factory work. Oh boy. Dear David, your father and I read your account of being put to work in the factory with some surprise. I'll admit that at first I was upset, thinking you were being forced to do hard labor or something. But your father explained that the factories you work with are highly automated. What you're really doing is designing the way the machines move to produce these products on the line. That's certainly interesting. And I suppose it's a good idea to learn how all the products are made before you start selling them. Don't let the company push you around too much though. Might have to remind your bosses once in a while that you have a fancy business degree. Your job was supposed to be in international sales. It's too bad that Grandpa isn't around anymore, because I think he would have liked to talk about the ins and outs of factory design with you. You'd probably say it's all computerized now and totally different from the Studebaker lines he worked back on in his days. but I'm sure there's still some points in common. On the news, they say the reason we can't compete with Japan is because the Japanese never take breaks or holidays and work overtime even when they don't have to, just out of a strong sense of loyalty to their employees. You finding that to be true? We know you must be busy, but I hope you get a chance to travel around a little, see the country, experience the culture too. It's part of your heritage after all. Love, Mom. So I quickly googled a Studebaker is an American car brand. So his granddad was working on building cars. I'm not exactly sure about the Japanese word. Yeah, I guess back in that day, the culture was definitely much stronger. I hope there's something to change it around a little bit in these days, but you never know. Sandwich. Sandwich? Now bread. That's a whole other challenge, says Ishibashi-san. Is it really going to be that different from rice, says Oyama-san? They're both light colored and fluffy looking. What are you talking about? They're completely different. The texture, the way the light plays across the surface. Oyama-san, if you cannot tell bread from rice, you have a bigger problem. The colors are quite distinct too. Take a look. Yeah, when you put them side by side like that, says Oyama-san, I do see the difference. To which Ishibashi-san retorts, see, you can't assume you know what these foods look like from memory. You need to look and study them closely. You have the spirit of a true artist, Ishibashi-san, says Tomoe. Right. Place arms on tracks and use slide commands to quickly move them over long distances. Hell yeah, we have the little... We can make conveyor... Well, not conveyor belts, but we have the tracks from... I remember Opus Magnum had these too, and you could move them over tracks. So we have a Birb and the Katsu, which I'm not... It looks like... Is this breaded meat, or what is this? Okay. And now the question I have is, what is the most efficient way to do this? Because we need to apparently cut out the complete middle part of this. Okay, so what I assume is I'm probably gonna have to use a track for this. Oh, you can move. Oh, you can move really far in one move? Well, the problem is now that I moved it like this. You see, I lose the... Because what I can do is put this here, but... I need to shove that last part just a little bit more. I'm thinking what I might do is use an arm to move it one. Do I need to put B? Doesn't work. Okay. It is an extra step though, that's the problem. How is making sandwiches so difficult? I mean, this works, but I'm not super happy with it. Let's give it a go anyway. Alright, sandwich! It is prepared. Wow, these plastic sandwiches look pretty good. Somewhere. Yama-san says, by carefully experimenting with the formula for the plastics, we were able to come up with something suitable. Shibashi-san says, it's not bad, but I would say there's still plenty of room for improvement. we're on quite at the level we could be at. Here's an idea. What if you molded the bread pieces so they're the right size to start with, says Oyama-san. David didn't seem to think that was a problem. Did you, David? Said Ishibashi-san. I mean, I made it work. See? Now let's go over the colors one more time. Alright, so... Wait, how do you push it to one cycle? Turns out that our design... The area was okay, but the cost was... You can do it a lot cheaper, apparently. You can do it faster? How do you... Oh, I think I know how to make it faster, but it's gonna be expensive. Which is... Yeah, that's the fast solution. Okay, I like this one. And I think we can make it a little smaller too if we do it like this. Bam! There we go. Alright. So it makes our design more expensive, but it makes it work faster, so I prefer it a lot. I'll keep it like this. For some of these, the cheap solution usually ends up being a very slow solution because you move all the parts over. But I think the cheap solution probably is something that is... If I had to guess, it would be... It would be something with only one rail, and then you somehow push and pull things. But I don't really like I like the fast solutions, so we're gonna stick to that. Alright, sandwich made. Now we have to make nigiri sushi. Okay, a lot of sushi are being made. Right, sashimi, huh? Seems like a pretty tough challenge. There's Oyama-san. We'll have to do our best to create the most alluring looking fish we can. Even if we do, will people in other countries really like sashimi? It's fish, tastes good. I like it. I know some people don't like it. How do you feel about sushi, chat? Is it something you like to eat or no? I really like it a lot. It does depend on what fish exactly though. Tuna is good. Mackerel is alright. I saw it there on the right of the screen. Shrimp is okay. Salmon is very good. And from there it falls off. Kinda hard for me. I had eel once. That was bad. Raw eel is not tasty at all. Oh. You're talking to world's #1 ikan nigiri joy. I don't actually know what that is. What is it, assembly? Sushi is good. There's no sweet fruit in there. What kind of sushi are you eating that has fruit in it? I've never heard of that. That's interesting. I have had ones with... Oh, I think I might have had ones with mango in it. Oh, it's squid. Ooh. Okay, I'm not sure if I've had this, but I'm not a big fan of squid. It's not my favorite thing. I have eaten it. I will... If I had to eat it, I probably will, but I can't say I would enjoy it. I'm trying to think what weirder ones I've had. Probably dragon rolls. I remember having one that was heated, so it was hot and it had chicken in it, which was very interesting because it was still a roll and I think it was a bit breaded too on the outside. So it was a little, I don't know if it was a little fried, but it was definitely breaded with something. It tasted alright, but it was not really sushi. You don't like the mango or strawberry? Oh yeah, they do like to put strawberry in them sometimes too, don't they? I'm mostly used to it being, it sounds like California. No, it was not a California roll. It was much bigger than a California roll. And while it was still breaded, it was still wrapped in nori. It was still wrapped in seaweed. It was not wrapped in rice paper. Which, as I understood, is the big difference, right? Anyway, I should probably learn how to make them myself at some point. Now that I have my own place, I have all the time in the world to learn how to become the world's best sushi master. I mean, I already have the... damn, I don't actually have the filleting knife. That's gonna suck. Already, plan ruined. We're gonna make something else. I'm gonna learn how to make the best burger or something. I don't have a barbecue. Okay, I'm gonna learn how to make the best bowl of cereal. That I can achieve, right? That's not too far-fetched. Okay. Ishibashi-san says, David, do you think sushi will ever be popular in America? I don't actually know. I know in Europe it's decently popular, but is there anyone from the States in chat who can confirm the popularity of sushi? We do have sushi in America. Also, people like it, including me. Okay, never mind. David has confirmed that sushi is indeed liked. There was a place near us when I was growing up, and I used to get the California rolls all the time, says David. What is a California? Yeah, there we go. I don't think they're eating the same stuff. Oh, it's I'll explain later, says David. Alright, so we have a tuna, a mackerel, and a shrimp. And we have to stick them all together. So the question, of course, now is, can I push all of this stuff? The answer is I can. But I'm thinking, okay. Because it needs to be 2 of each. So I'd need to move. Yeah, I think I know how I can make a solution that's really expensive, but it will work. Which is I shove yeah, see, that's the solution I had in mind. And then now the question is, how do I attach it? I can weld. But see, the problem is if I weld. I think with 3 welders and moving it back and forth should be okay. I might even have to do something like this. Let's see. What if we move it twice? How does that look? No, that doesn't work. Okay. No, that doesn't work because I have to place them slightly differently. Oh, that's it. Okay, we did it. Looks like a pretty good design to me. I mean, I don't hate it. Although, now I think about it, I'm really glad that this sushi is made from plastic, because if we were welding real fish, I don't even want to think. A lot of things in this stream today that I don't want to think about. One of them is, how do you weld fish in the first place? And secondly, would be, how would it taste? That's probably burnt, fried, bad. We can all agree on that. It'd probably be bad. Sashimi is part of Japan's culinary culture, so I hope we created something worthy of it, says Ishibashi-san. They look great, says Tomoe. If I was standing outside the restaurant and saw these, I'd probably go in and order them right away. Huh, I just hope everyone around the world feels the same way. By the way, David, what are California rolls? You didn't think I'd forget, did you? Well, it's, imitation crab, avocado, cucumber, a little bit of mayonnaise. Avocado, how luxurious, says Tomoe. I don't know about luxurious. It's more just a sushi roll for Americans, says David. Nothing wrong with that, is there? Maybe I'll get to try a California roll one day. I don't think I've ever tried one that had mayonnaise in it. Imagine being a fish welder added to the pile of jobs that sounds like it could be real in D&D. Yeah. Ooh, okay, so, yeah. What I'm seeing here is our design is definitely fast. But there's definitely ways to make it a lot cheaper. And again, this is something that you'll see a lot in these games, is you can optimize for 2 ways. One of them is you make it fast. The other one is due to the fact that components are usually Never mind. That was that train of thought didn't go anywhere. Let's try that again. It turns out that when your design is smaller, it has less pieces in it, which makes it cheap. And so therefore, usually you can optimize for either speed, because you need more pieces to make it fast, and then you can also optimize for making it very cheap, which will also make it very small. And usually, so while they are free graphs, in reality, you're probably either choosing to go for time or the two others combined. I'd be very surprised if there was a design that was smaller, but it was more expensive. But I might be proven wrong. I've not seen all of them. But I do remember from Opus Magnum, one of the other games made by Zachtronics, which is also very good, and you should definitely go have a look at it. I remember because people were posting GIFs, if you looked at the smallest area designs, it would really be one arm on a rail. So very similar, because Opus Magnum is an alchemy game where you move atoms, and so you have these little gripper arms that can move and rotate atoms. And so the last one was smaller, but it cost more of the rails. Yeah, could be. Right then, craft and automation. So there's going to be a little more chatting that we're going to be doing, but before that, I'm going to take a quick break again. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you're having a great time. I'm very much having a lovely time putting together plastic food and actually coming up with some decent solutions. I feel this game, it probably might ramp up towards the end of the game, but I feel in the beginning stages, it's a nice and gentle ride. Not me forgetting to close my door. And I hope you're ready for some more plastic food production. Let's go have a look.
If you don't mind my asking, Ishibashi-san, how did you get involved in making food samples?
That is a good question.
Because I was assigned here, obviously.
Well, yes, but I mean, did you have any particular interest in food? Maybe you wanted to be a chef and this was as close as you could get?
David, they told me I had to go here or I would lose my job.
No, it was nothing like that. I wouldn't say I had any particular interest in food above anything else.
Was it an interest in plastics then?
Plastics? Who would be interested in plastics?
I don't know. I thought maybe you were.
David, the assumer, realizing that assuming means that you make an ass out of you and me. Not doing a great job.
I know the real reason Ishibashi-san was assigned here. It's because he's stubborn.
Stubborn? Who says I'm stubborn?
Matsuzawa Kaicho, that's who.
Are you saying he sent me here as punishment?
Oh, no, that's not it at all. David, you've worked with Ishibashi-san for a while now. How would you describe him?
I'd say, yeah, he seems very dedicated to his craft.
He's very dedicated.
Exactly. Ishibashi-san is many things, but one thing is that he's very driven to get things right.
And considering this plastic food thing looks like something that takes a very meticulous person to get right.
He won't be satisfied with anything but the best that he and his team can do. And that's why he was assigned here. Not because he loves food or loves plastic, but because this is a job that takes a lot of care and detail.
I see. When you put it that way, it makes total sense.
Ah. Well then, I'd better get back to work.
Back to work? Aren't we at the bar? Or is this lunch thing?
Nonsense. Let's have another round.
There we go. I like Oyama-san. That's a good way to go. Burger? We produced the burger? Hamburger? David, this is really your time to shine. You are going to produce burger. That's right. Up until now, you've been the student, but today we look to you as the master. What are you guys talking about? We're talking about the burger, of course. As an American, surely you have lots of childhood memories of the perfect burger. Oh, that's such a stereotype. Wow. Damn, Ishibashi-san. The softness of the bun, the oily shine of the beef. You want to capture that feeling. I'm pretty sure any memories I have like that come from television commercials, says David. Nothing wrong with that. Create your perfect television burger, says Tomoe. Alright, burger time. Damn, this is a pretty sad burger. It's 2 pieces of bread, patty, lettuce. Okay, so what my gut feeling says is that probably trying to flip the burger and moving it seems like the best solution. So if we weld this already... okay, it's gonna need a little bit more than that, I feel. Let's see, so if I rivet... Nah. What if I weld it from both sides? Right, let's try some... So if we do something like this, chat. And then we weld. And then I flip. That's nearly it, no? Because then if I poke this down, if I push this down and I do another flip, then we're good, no? The only concern I have is probably that with a flip it means that we need 3 operations. I don't think... I think that's kind of unavoidable, is it? Can I do a push it? Can I poke at the same time? No, right? No, it... No. That's a Borgar. So this restaurant chain is going to serve both burgers and sushi. David, it's called fusion food. Get with the times. Actually, how can David get with the times? It's 1986 in this game. Well, it's not our place to question this company's strategy, says Oyama-san. In this case, we're just supporting them. Tomoe says, I think it makes sense. Since everyone has different preferences, sometimes it's difficult to decide where to eat together as a group. Doing it this way, not the dishes. What am I talking about? You can please both a sushi type and a burger type. Is this how we classify people now? Are you type Borgar or type sush? It's something. Yeah, but what if you like both equally, says Dave? I have to get the sushi burger. Then it would be difficult to decide what to order. Is that really a problem, says Oyama-san? Maybe if they offered Maybe if they offered a burger sushi combo meal. David sure has lots of ideas, doesn't he? That's Ishibashi-san. Okay, so it can be done faster. It can be done cheaper, and it can be. The area is kind of small. We're already on the small size, but it can be done in 2 steps. I'm just not sure how. Because the problem with my solution is that you have to push the burger. Yeah, no, it overlaps. Okay, that's not the solution. How can you get this in 2 steps, though? I'm trying to think if I can come up with something quickly. Oh no, what's happening? Oh, that's bad. It is very interesting that you can move the timeline forward and then change the design and see what the end result ends up being. Oh, there's a show area button? Of course there is. Oh, you can zoom. I find the maximum zoom level in this game feels really low. Because, right, this is our design. I was thinking you could probably zoom it so to fill the puzzle, like, over here would make more sense. But I'm not sure why they chose to do it like this. I'd feel that some people probably have a bit of issues with the... like, from an accessibility perspective, it feels strange because it's all a little small. Maybe I have a really big screen, I don't know. But how can we make this faster? Is there some kind of rail design I'm missing where you grab all 3 parts and... No. Is there a design where you flip the order, the initial order or something? I'm a genius. There we go, we shaved off a cycle. Easy. I didn't think about the fact you can start with the product upside down and then flip it. There we go. Burger produced. Katsu curry. How are we gonna make... Right, it's still plastic. I was thinking, how do you make a soup? But it's still plastic. Now this is a dish that brings me back, says Tomoe. Curry has a strong emotional appeal, doesn't it? It's a classic for a reason, says Ishibashi-san. A katsu curry plate like this should be a hearty meal. Let's make sure the curry looks extra rich and tasty. And the katsu should look crispy and fried to a perfect golden brown. Is that what you're going to say, isn't it? Replies Oyama-san. That's correct, says Ishibashi-san. Maybe you should transfer and work with me. You'd make a great contribution here. Oh no, I could never. I could put in a word, you know. Okay, let's see. So we have the curry part. We have a little bit of rice. Okay, so the rice is... Unfortunately, it looks like I'm going to have to flip the rice and slice off half of it. And then the katsu part, I need 4 of them. Okay, so this is going to be... The idea for this is probably going to have to poke it. I don't think... Yeah, it's gonna be something like this. Then... This needs to go here. And then this needs to... I think I'm gonna use a track for this one. And I will... Actually, if we want to make a really expensive design, I can... Let's see. Rail B. Do a flip and bring it back. Let's see. Oh, no. Never mind. I messed up. I need to do this first. Oh no, he shaved off all the rice. Oh, it needs to actually move a bit further. Oh, oops. No, never mind. I think I can still do it in 4 steps, though. Let's see. Shit. It doesn't look... No, I don't need to flip the rice, actually. I need to shave the... I need to flip it first. I need to flip it first and then... to flip it back. Oh, that's bad. Okay, this is not a good design. This is not a good design. Oh, hey Digi's mom, how's it going? Okay, that's what I need it to be, but... yeah, I can do it like this. Okay, this works, Let's see. I'm doing pretty good. I'm having a good time with this game, trying to manufacture fake food. It's a lot of fun. Okay, that's the design that as it should be. Of course, now the question is, how do I attach everything together? I think what I might try and do is... okay, it gets welded together slightly too early, so I think I might push it in from the other side. Let's see. Can I rivet this thing or no? No, okay. You read the description on Discord, that little lab? What description? I don't remember, I'm sorry. But I'm glad that you enjoyed it. It must have been pretty funny then. Okay, that's all sorted. It's just this one that needs to be welded together. The curry part, or well, fake curry. That is, to be precise. I'm thinking if I make the design slightly bigger and I do something like this. No, I don't need this actually. I just need to. No, this was a horrible idea. Why did I decide to do that? Oh, not Factorial, but Factorial. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's for tomorrow. Today we're playing. Now we're playing. We're playing Zachtronics, but it's not from the Zachtronics company, but it's still a Zachtronics game, and we're assembling fake food. Well, fake curry. Okay, we're nearly there. But the part I'm missing is the attaching these two. How is your own new home? It's going alright. It's going alright. I'm still not living there yet because there's a lot of things that need to get sorted, but we're sorting those things out slowly but surely. The big thing that's holding me back for now is that they didn't install a tap in the kitchen, which is pretty ridiculous. And they knew it was an issue, and then they told me 10 minutes before. They said, need a lot of stuff. You don't want to know how much I ordered. Because, yeah, I am not taking a lot from home. I did buy a lot of new things. And I actually ordered a table today, and chairs, and a bench. No tap. No, the kitchen has no tap. And the sink doesn't work either. It's not connected. So I've been bothering them quite a bit over the last week, sending them gentle reminders. Hey, do you mind having a look at this? So hopefully they will sort it out. If not, it should be okay. I just like to avoid it because technically, you know, the kitchen was included in the price, and it'd be a shame if I had to, having paid for something I didn't receive, which is not very cool of them. But aside from the delays, they've been cool about it, though. You know, my parents they suggested I go ballistic on the company. You're allowed to pay less rent. There's a slight problem. I'm not paying rent. I own the place. I bought it, so I'm not paying rent. Yeah, I bought it. I'm not renting. Either way, it will get fixed. And until then, I have other problems to think about, which is... how do I assemble this mess? How far actually can the piston go? 3 maximum, okay. Okay, I was thinking if I weld these together somewhere else and then move it over just a little bit. That could work too. But I don't see how I can do that. Makes a big difference? Yeah. Having running water makes a big difference for sure. That's the main reason I'm not there yet. Because I can't cook. I can't use my keys to get water from the bathroom to cook pasta. I'm not doing that. But yeah, I'll put some pictures once things get settled. It's gonna take a while though. Most of the things I ordered are on back order, so it's gonna take 1 to 2 months to get the furniture in there. How am I gonna do this? Like, this design is almost perfect except for the... I'm an idiot. No, I am not an idiot, because if I do this... Yeah, you see, it already fucks up. Yeah, that's not good. That's no good. Hope things move along. No, it's okay. I'm not having a lot of difficulties. It's just annoying. But, considering all the horror stories I heard from other people, I think I'm doing quite alright if this is my biggest problem. Let's see. This is really annoying. I don't know how to deal with this. Unless I... No, I can't flip it, right? No, I think flipping my design doesn't help either. How do I... This just makes the cutter spin. That's not what I wanted to do. It's really this part that's disconnected, right? Everything else is fine. It's just these two. And I would really like a welder here, but I don't know how I can do that. Especially that I have one here too. Unless I move the cutting part somehow. Or, no, then I need to flip it. That doesn't work either. Damn it. Okay, I might have an idea. I can't move it through this welder though. I mean, I have some time to figure it out. I cannot make it faster than 4 steps because of this thing. So here we're already on 2. And I can attach them here already. But then... What if I push it? What if I push it here? Yes. Okay. We did it! Okay, I'm not sure I really love this design, especially with how chunky it is. I think maybe this might have been a little more solid.
That's good.
Thank you for the hydrate. I will definitely do that in a moment. Yeah, this doesn't work. Wait, that's actually a better design because then I need 1 arm less. Let's go. Recycle design. I do have another question about design. Yeah, what's up? Let's give this a go already and see. Do I need 3 cutters? Oh shit. Maybe I don't actually need... Oh, no, I don't need all 3 cutters. I can do it with just 1, you're right. I'll change that. Alright, Ishibashi sends David. I realized that I neglected to explain something to you. A lot of Japanese people have happy memories of their mother making curry. So it's a dish that has a cozy feeling. What kind of stuff did your mom make for you, David? asked Tomoe. Borgar. Oh, nothing out of the ordinary. Spaghetti and meatballs, taco salad, a lot of baked casseroles. No wonder you look so healthy. That doesn't sound very healthy, though. I don't know what goes into a casserole, to be very honest. Neither do I know what a taco salad is. I assume is it what goes into a taco, but without the taco? Anyway, I'd love to try making a whole line of plastic foods made based on American home cooking one day. You have to show me all these things. David says, I'd be happy to, but I have to say I'm not sure how appetizing a plastic tuna noodle casserole would look in the restaurant window. Let's see, so our cost a bit high, time is good, area is a bit big. So what Nose says is we could probably... We only need 1 cutter. There we go. So we made our design a little cheaper. Nice. That is pretty decent design, I would say. Not bad. Alright then. And then job well done. So we'll have a look at this. And then I'll probably cut the stream for today because we went for 2 whole chapters of the game. We'll just probably see after where we end up after this. And then I'll let you go for the night, alright? Does that sound good? Let's have a look at job well done.
Thanks to the Tasty Plastic Task Force for all your help over the past few months.
Hell yeah.
I wouldn't have been able to concentrate on the plastic formulations if you hadn't handled the manufacturing part.
I had no idea what I was doing. No problem.
To be honest, I've never in my life seen a manufacturing process quite like the ones you designed for these.
I mean, I've never seen a process to manufacture plastic food in the first place.
I guess I would say they're very unique.
Oh, we're special.
Is that good?
Let's not consider this too deeply.
By the way, I wish to apologize for keeping you here for so long. I do hope you were able to enjoy the area a little bit in your free time. Gifu Prefecture has all kinds of interesting history and culture. Many years ago, this area was famous for sword making.
Swords, you say?
Thankfully, there's no need for swords today, but that spirit lives on. Now some of the world's finest kitchen knives are made here.
Damn, I should have known that. I bought a Swiss one, not a Japanese knife. But I do know they are famed for making some very good blades. That's for sure.
And since you did such a good job cooking plastic food with me in our own kitchen, I thought you should have this.
Wow. Really?
Oh, he's gonna give us an actual knife. Let's go.
Yes, really. This style of knife is called a santoku, and it was made just up the road from here in Seki City.
Oh, damn, I actually bought... Okay, so the knife I bought might not be Japanese, but I did buy this style of knife.
This is amazing. But I'm sad to say I'm not much of a chef.
Surely there's someone in your life who likes to cook. Or there will be, sooner or later.
Thank you very much, Ishibashi-san. I learned a lot from you, and I'll treasure this forever.
Thank you, Sensei. Thank you for... I will study the blade.
Well, I have to say I'm looking forward to finally getting back to Tokyo. Though I'll kind of miss the challenge of making inedible plastic look delicious.
Mm-hmm.
It's strange work if you think about it. Plastic food creates hunger, but won't ever satisfy it.
Okay, David, now he's gone too far. He's already too far on the hero's journey. He's starting to say, he's starting to become philosophical. and self-introspective.
It's the business of creating desire.
That's marketing.
Someone's gotten philosophical all of a sudden.
Thank you. Someone had to mention it.
You must be tired. I know I am. Let's try to relax while we can.
Sounds like a good idea.
Is it just me, or is this tram or metro really empty?
I'm all in for some downtime. Maybe I can even take a day off.
Holidays in Japan. You're so funny. Personal electronics. Niigata. 87. Okay, we're still working for Matsuzawa, but okay, electronics. Well, that's we'll take a look at that next time, alright? I'm definitely gonna continue this game because it's a lot of fun. It doesn't feel as difficult as okay, I got surprised by the train there. It feels a little easier than the other one so far, but I'm hoping that once we ramp it up to... We've only done the first 2 chapters out of 7, so I'm pretty sure that once we get to the end, there's gonna be a lot more challenge already. I actually wonder if these screens have any... Is there actually any like hidden secrets in here somewhere? Would be kind of funny if they did, but doesn't seem like it. At least not that I can find. Alright, I'm gonna put this back in the bar, and then we'll see where we take it from there, alright?